The gloomy weather has not yet let up in the town of Balmond. Winter seems to be holding on longer than usual this year. There appears to be no end in sight. Heavy sleet and driving winds have kept most of the townsfolk at home, huddled around their hearths, hoping for some sign of spring. Unfortunately, this doesn't include you. 2 days ago, you found a drenched piece of parchment that someone had apparently slipped into your pocket. Upon taking a closer look, you came to realize that it was a summons of a sort, asking to meet with you at the Showdown Saloon on this very night. Although barely legible, you could make out a signature at the bottom that read Keth. Sitting in the common room, trying to gather a bit of warmth into your chilled bones, you see others about the room with a very similar piece of parchment sitting in front of them as well.
Well, I'll go ahead and read what it says on the parchment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the parchment is a summons to meet here at the Showdown Saloon tonight.
Okay.
You can see, looking around, there are several other, in fact, 2 other people holding very similar pieces of parchment.
2 other people? What are they dressed as?
Describe thy character.
My halfling rogue is going to be wearing studded leather armor in black because classic rogue. She might have a couple daggers on her that you can see, belt pouches, the usual standard fare. She is fair of skin, dark of hair, long with green eyes.
Oh.
Right? Not enough green-eyed people left in the world.
So
2
my
girls with green eyes. What does it mean? Okay, sorry.
so Thrak Blood of Delg is tall for a dwarf. He's just a couple inches shy of 5 feet, and is of he's solid. He's well into young adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have any of those fancy streaks of gray that you normally pick up in mountain dwarf beards around about the time they hit middle age. On his shield is a battered but still very clear the sign of Citadel of Adbar, far to the north.
And yours?
Thrak, Blood of Delg, hero of Citadel Adbar.
Well, okay.
He is not my father, but I am related to him.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So now that you've got an idea of what each other look like,
Wonder where we got these pieces of paper from. It says we're supposed to meet somebody here.
I think someone is throwing us a party, yes?
I think if we're here, the party's already arrived.
Of course, I am here.
Well, I'm sure we'll be hired out to do something.
Something profitable, I hope.
I hope it doesn't involve anything with Ayus or any of those Bone Master mages.
Hero, Citadel Adbar not going to rebuild itself. I mean, many dwarves there right now, rebuilding, but you know.
Yeah.
so at that point, someone steps out of the crowd and works his way over to where the 3 of you are. He's got his eye on the pieces of parchment in your hands. Greetings. Thanks for heeding my call. He looks at each of you dead on. I've recognized each of you for your deeds, both here and abroad, and have judged you to be worthy of our cause.
Ooh, I'm famous!
I've been asked to gather a number of brave souls together to lend us some aid. Now I know what you're all thinking, so let me explain. He waves you over to like a booth on the outside of the wall.
Are we supposed to be private here? Is this
I
gonna be
think
a private
so.
conversation?
This is yes.
All right.
He says, as private as things get here. He says,
Gaucho?
now,
He's dressed up in cloak.
yeah, he's got a dun-colored cloak, sort of nondescript. It looks like almost every other one the townsfolk are wearing.
Just like mine. Slightly brown. Maybe mine's a slightly more gray than brown.
He says, all right, now that we can talk. There are those who walk among us who brave danger of unbelievable proportions to defy, and he looks around for a second, the old one.
Oh, yeah, the old one. That's Ayus, if you guys didn't know. You guys being from different parts. Whoops, it's not the right voice, is it? That guy, the old one's like the really weird wizard that lives in Dorakka.
He says,
Fancy.
exactly. In times of need, those with this level of bravery gather to fight and work as one, helping all against his will. I've asked you here because it seems to me that each of you shares these qualities, at least to some extent, or might be useful to our cause. I can't promise any great reward, nor can I promise your safety, but let it be known that all those who would wish to see an end to the Old One's tyranny would do well to aid us. Now's your chance. What is your choice?
Well, I certainly want to aid against the old one, but I hope we don't have to. I hope it's not too dangerous.
So you're saying there's a bad guy, and if we kill him, we take his stuff?
Well, no one expects you to bring down him
Okay,
all by yourself.
so we have people that work for him, and we kill them and take their stuff.
Well, maybe, but it would be best if you could get in, do the job, and get out without having to kill anyone.
Oh, discretion. I understand this now.
I'm going to have to sneak. Are you kind of noisy in that armor you're wearing?
Only if I'm wearing it, otherwise I wrap it up in my small clothes, put in backpack, we'd be okay.
All right. Okay.
So you're in.
Yeah, we're in.
Of course
How about
I'm
you?
in.
Short stuff.
Because when this goes wrong,
Apparently, I'm only half in.
Am I about to call for an initiative check? Is that what's happening here?
because when this goes wrong, and it will, you'll want me there. You'll need me there.
What exactly are your expectations of us?
What?
He says, all I know is that the mission requires discretion, and it's something of a rescue. The rest of the details will be divulged to you once you reach Furyondy.
Oh, Furyondy, okay.
So you have a contact who will actually give us the information.
He nods. She knows the area much better than I do.
And what kind of reward is there for this?
Well, I mean, of course, there's whatever you happen to pick up along the way.
And?
The satisfaction of knowing that you have helped good people.
And there will be some modest compensation upon your return.
Good.
Modest. I don't like the sound of modest. How about extravagant?
He says, we're freedom fighters, not bankers.
Well, if you want to appeal to the heart, you're going to find me easy going. But the cleric might be a little tough.
Oh, no.
Brandon always wants a little bit more gold, doesn't he?
He does, but mostly he wants to see things run nice and smooth.
Yeah.
I make many things run nice and smooth. I pat my axe affectionately.
Okie doke.
Nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth.
It's never the way any of our adventures go.
Yeah, well, you can always hope. Duh.
That's,
When has anything
Yes.
ever exactly gone according to plan? All right. He says, well, if your conviction is strong, then you'll take this next step I'm about to ask of you. If not, then I thank you for your time here and ask you that you divulge none of this to anyone. If you wish to proceed, you're going to travel to the Furyondy and garrison town of Redoubt, where you'll go to a small inn called The Last Stand. Once there, another operative from my organization will contact you. She's known as the Shade. I can tell you little else. I'm afraid but hope that you will undertake this journey. I know you have what it takes. With that, he stands up and says, thank you all, and heads off into the crowd.
All right, well, I guess we're heading out to...
Thank you.
What's that town? Redoubt?
Redoubt?
Sounds more like somebody's fancy castle or something than a town, but whatever.
So I'm going to say we have horses.
Indeed.
All right. And as we're leaving town, I'm going to cast hallucinatory terrain right behind us,
Okay.
so that as we get out of town and we get into some forest area, the forest changes around, so it's kind of weird. And then so we could lose any tails that we might have on us.
I like it.
All right.
Ooh,
Shiny.
fancy, thank you.
All right.
I feel so stealthy now.
Your journey to the Furyondy garrison town of Redoubt was mostly uneventful, aside from the weather that has been plagued by sleet and occasional snow. Now, standing only a few miles from the town, you can clearly make out the 5-towered castle that dominates the landscape and the town surrounding it. Making your way into town, you are informed of the curfew that exists from dusk until dawn for all those not given specific leave by the Baroness Calistrin, ruler of these lands. All of the soldiers present certainly give you the impression that this rule is not to be taken lightly.
Well, we come up to the front gate. I guess we approach on our horses.
Okay.
We come to the front gate and ho! We're travelers from afar, and we're seeking to associate with your tavern and your inn. We'd like to get a little sleep in. We've been riding on the road all day.
What
The
time
guard
of day is it?
looks you guys over and says, "You'll be wanting the last stand.
Indeed.
It's probably the best place for traveling folk like yourselves."
Last stand. That's kind of ominous, ain't it?
What's
All right,
the
we'll go
best
into the last stand. We'll keep our horses there in the stable. Check in, and then we'll go in and spend a couple gold pieces to get some of your finest rooms. That's what we do.
All
So
right.
we go inside the gate.
Mm-hmm.
We go into the place where we're supposed to go.
Indeed.
And we're supposed to meet somebody here?
Yes.
Yes, you
All
are.
right, well then that's what we do. We go in and we meet somebody.
Just down the road from you is the simple 2-story building that you seek. Made of wood with a stone base, the last stand in looks warm and inviting compared to the cold gloom that has chilled your bones. A flickering golden light plays from behind the heavily frosted windows. Inside, you find a simple common room with only a few guests huddled around the large fireplace, sharing quiet conversation. An old man bearing many scars approaches you, taking your cloaks and hats and putting them on pegs next to the door. "What can I help you with this cold evening? Rooms? Or perhaps just a hot meal? We have plenty of both for only a few Sheridans."
Oh well, I'll give you as many Sheridans as you would like. You'd like both a room and a hot meal.
He says, "Easily done, my friends, easily done. Please have a seat." And he waves to some tables in the middle of the room.
Spasibo.
Sit.
You make me very happy today.
He says, "And bless you too."
Oh, it's blessings you want. Hold on. Yeah, all right. You're going to be all right for about the next day or so. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's a...
Thank you.
He goes behind the bar, shuffles around, gets you guys some things, and drops a key on the table as he places the food.
All right.
He only charges you a couple of silver pieces each, and the food
Nice.
smells wonderful, and the mead looks great.
All right. Well, I don't drink any mead.
See, I didn't waste those prayers for nothing.
I'll happily drink it on his behalf.
It comes in pints.
Right?
So, the old man goes and refills a couple bowls of stew and a couple ales, then wanders back by your table and says, "My name is Crestock. I'm the owner here. I've not seen you here before. Are you traveling through, staying a few days?"
We're just traveling on through. We're not going to stay here very long. We're supposed to meet somebody here. We're going to do some exchanges of cups and saucers and plates and so on like that. We're going to buy some cups and saucers.
"Oh, merchants,
Yeah.
wonderful." He says, "Well, as you can see, we don't have much in the way of creature comforts here in Redoubt. It's mostly a soldier town. There are the few of us who used to be soldiers that peddle things soldiers spend gold on."
Oh, I see. Haircuts and pawn shops. Ah, ha, ha.
"Yes, welcome to Fantasy Colleen."
Goodness.
Okay.
Used horse lots. Can I get the pony? I will name him Titan.
So, Crestock goes on about his business after exchanging a few more friendly words, and the night starts to wind on, to the point that most of the other guests have started wandering upstairs to their rooms. It must be getting close to midnight.
Oh, that's it. It's time to rock out. I see all of you in the morning.
I would like to look out for anyone who looks like they're attempting not to be, looked at.
Roll a check.
spot search.
Spot, please.
Spot. Okay. Ooh, that's a 7.
And what is your spot bonus?
No, that's total.
Oh, that's total. You don't see anyone who looks much like anyone. You see Crestock sweeping up and starting to nudge people to the door if they're not staying the night.
Okay.
You said you headed upstairs?
It's a terrible.
Yes, I'm going to rock out now.
All right. You open the door to your room. It unlocks easily with one of the keys that Crestock dropped. The door swings open into a narrow room just wide enough for a single bed with a chest just under the window and like a small window that's got shutters over it. You open the door into your room, and as the lantern light from the hallway spills in, you see a woman standing there waiting for you.
Oh, hey, baby. How are you? My name is Thrak, Blood of Delg. He is the hero of Citadel Adbar. I am just related to him.
She says, "You may call me the Shade, and if you call me baby one more time, we're going to have an issue."
Oh, all right then, The Shade. Wait, is it the whole name The Shade? Do I call you The, or is it Shade? Oh, wait, no, sorry. You're trying to sound impressed. I know, I get it. No, it's all right. I'm impressed.
Where are your friends?
Downstairs. Well, all right, so we are just traveling acquaintances at this time, but I'm sure shared hardship and adventure will make us fast friends.
All right, then. Can you ask them to step in here so that we can talk?
Yeah, all right. Don't go anywhere, okay?
I close the door behind me and head
I can
downstairs.
only dream of it.
Hey, the craziest thing just happened to me. You never guess. You guess? All right, no. Then I tell you, there's this woman. She is in my bedroom. She is called the Shade.
Your bedroom is actually also our bedroom, and
Whoa!
it's
Party, a
About
non-stop
time.
party. Look, he invites us to party in the other inn. We travel here. There's a party waiting for us.
I just walk away and head upstairs.
You're
You
supposed to.
doubt, party find you.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
Stairs.
All right, well, I'll head upstairs.
Okay. So,
Amazing. Did not even have to ask.
he collects you all up, and before long, you're standing in the center of the 3 little single rooms that you were rented with the door closed. It's kind of tight in there.
I have found them.
Here we go.
Gods. I'm glad you made it.
Are we supposed to speak quietly here?
She says,
Are we supposed to be in a whisper?
as long as you're not screaming, we're fine.
All right.
All
Night's still young.
Please just be at ease. I'm sure you're aware you've been sent here because you're considered trustworthy by my organization.
Of course we're trustworthy.
At times I question their judgment, but for the moment, all right.
All right.
She removes her cloak and reveals that she's got long black hair tied neatly behind her head and sparkling blue eyes. She says, as a sign of that trust, I'm going to tell you a great many things. Things you will need to survive in the times that are fast approaching. First, however, I must ask for your word of secrecy. Revealing what I'm about to tell you carries a penalty of death most swift. What say you?
Does what you're about to tell us also carry financial aid?
It very well may. You seem like someone who may be skilled at acquiring things.
Indeed.
At least we have an understanding. Let me start by saying that you're not bound by what I'm about to propose, should you decide to undertake it. But there's no turning back if you do. She stops and looks at each of you with a dreadfully serious look. There are those in this world who would lay down their very lives to see the old one stopped. For those with that level of devotion, there's an organization, one that I will not name here. Suffice to say, we are dedicated to our cause above all else. This dedication often takes us into harm's way, into the lands of the Old One, sometimes even to Dorakka itself, which is why I'm here to speak with you tonight. One of our order is in trouble. He believes that he has been discovered and seeks escort out of enemy lands. I know this seems impossible, But you may consider this a test of your mettle. Succeed, and you will have gained our gratitude, and I can tell you that is no small thing. Failure brings death or worse. Knowing that, now I must ask each of you if you are interested. There's no shame in saying no, but I hope that your bravery gets the better of you.
Oh, I am quite literally tasked by a divine power to go forth and slay evil where I find it as does best. So of course I'm in.
I've known you for 5 minutes, and somehow I knew that discretion would not necessarily... Never mind. And the two of you...
Oh, well, yeah, I'm willing to help any way I can. I definitely feel like maybe we can contribute to the good that we're trying to promote in this horrible, horrible, evil world.
All right. So, here's the assignment. 3 months ago, a member of our organization by the name of Felkus left on a mission of utmost danger. He was going to spy out the plans of the Old One in Dorakka. We've received brief reports hinting that something big is afoot. Tantalizingly detailed reports, but not enough for us to act on. Before he could send us any more follow-ups, he sent us the message indicating that he was in trouble and needed to be extracted. If we're going to find out the rest of what he has to tell us, we have to bring him back alive. It was 2 weeks ago when we found out that he felt like his cover had been compromised and that the agents of the Old One had figured out who he was and what he was doing there. Earlier today, she reaches into a little scroll case at her belt and she pulls out a message that's written in some sort of code. She says, earlier today, I got another message from Felkus. He thinks he can make it out, but not without notice, and he needs protection, getting him out of the Empire and away from Dorakka, and that's where the three of you come in.
All right, we gotta kidnap somebody from Dorakka. That sounds totally insane to me.
No, it's a rescue mission. Then it becomes great.
He thinks he can get himself out of the city.
Oh.
All you have to do is get him out of the Empire.
All
and
right.
keep him alive to return here.
Okay.
She nods. If you can get to Dorakka and meet Felkus just north of the city on the Road of Skulls, in 2 weeks' time, you can smuggle him out. We already have a cover for you, including trade goods and a wagon and all the things that you'll need to pretend to be wandering merchants.
Okie doke.
What does he look like so we can recognize him?
He's kind of slight of build. He has very, very pale blonde hair. There's a scar across his forehead that disappears behind his scalp. And if you're still not sure, ask him what my favorite gemstone is. If he says anything but sapphire, he's not your man.
Understood.
He says she says, once you have him, you're to leave the Empire by the same route that you came as quickly as possible.
Very well.
One of our operatives is going to meet you in the Vespa Forest. He's got all of the equipment you'll need. It also gets you a little bit closer to Dorakka than here.
Well, that's where my uncles and aunts all live, in the Vespa.
Well, then you should know
Handy.
your way around.
Super handy.
Fantastic. I don't suppose there's any advanced payment.
Well, if saving a man from the torture of the Bone Hearts isn't enough for you,
The torture he has not yet succumbed to.
well, I would hope preventing him from undergoing that torture would be reward enough.
Hey,
But we'll see what we can come up with.
how about
I
this?
appreciate that.
We get this man out quiet, right? We get him on the road. He is gone.
Sure.
Then we go back and kill everyone. I mean, they're bad, right? I mean, as long as they're bad. Don't worry. I can tell the difference. I will let God sort them out. My God.
Of course.
Sort them out. I mean, before we kill them all, otherwise I would not be much of a good priest now, would I? Alright, let's do
Certainly
this.
an interesting priest.
I am.
Very interesting.
You're a frightening little man, do you know that?
No, I am a frightening, well, I mean a dwarf man, yes.
Okay.
I accept.
Alright. Do you have any more questions? I may not have answers, but you can go ahead and ask.
He's going to be wearing what?
As I said, he's a slightly built man with pale blonde hair and a scar right across his forehead that disappears up into his scalp.
All right, we have to see his face then, huh?
She nods.
All right.
If you need to know for sure, you say, hey, what is the Shade's favorite gemstone? And if he does not say sapphire, we kill him.
All right.
Alright.
So, your journey to the designated meeting spot within the Vesve Forest was mostly uneventful, with only the thrill of dodging a few patrols and breaking up the near unending journey through the Great Wood. After only 6 days, you find yourself approaching the spot pointed out to you by the Shade on your map.
Road of Skulls, north of the city.
Oh, so we're...
And yet
heading-
we are brave enough to go on this road of skulls as merchants.
You are in the forest,
Yes.
starting here.
Yeah.
All right.
When we cross this is the forest. We start here, we cross the ford, and we're going across the plains here? The desolate plain?
Well, you haven't left the forest yet.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, there's a little...
On the path up ahead,
Yeah.
you spot a wagon laden with crates and hitched to a pair of horses. Stepping out of the bush in front of the wagon is an elf, clad in supple leather armor with an ivory bow slung over his shoulder.
Ooh. Let me, so steps out of the forest with an ivory bow?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say in Elven. Hail, brave warrior of the Vesve. We are trading some goods afar. Would you tell us if there may be danger on the road ahead?
He says, if you keep acting that friendly, you're going to run into all sorts of danger.
Oh, you say people are kind of hostile around here, huh?
Oh, yes. Don't make eye contact, or someone will try to put a dagger between them.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
no, that would be terrible.
Thank you for the warning. I guess we'll just keep heading on then.
He says, oh, well, you wouldn't want to head on without the wares I'm here to offer you, would you?
Sure. What kind of wares do you got?
He says, let's step over here under the shadow of this tree and talk about it.
All right. So I'm going to get off the wagon. You guys stay here.
Seems like a terrible idea.
And
Oh, garlicky.
we all smell it a lot.
Sorry.
So I'll step off and head over to where he wants me over there, okay?
He says, that wagon you got is never going to do.
Oh, well, maybe we should trade wagons.
He says, that's precisely what we should do. Come over here and take a look.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys should stay on the wagon. Don't get off the wagon.
Oh, that's
I would
easy.
never
I have
fall off
range
the wagon.
weapons. I'm gonna
Yeah. Just keep it.
reach down to my crossbow in the floorboards and kind of pick it up and lay it against my leg so that it is ready.
Okay.
So, he comes over and he says, here's something I bet you your wagon doesn't have. He elbows the wagon and part of the front board falls down, revealing like a fairly good size compartment underneath the
Sure, it's a place where you can smuggle goods through. It's a hidden compartment underneath the wheels.
He says goods
Yes.
or people.
Or
People.
people.
Well, I haven't been thinking about smuggling people. Remember, you're not there. You're over at the.
Oh, sorry.
We can smuggle all kinds of goods. What do you smuggle into Dorakka? We just bringing them some cups and pans and saucers and spoons and forks and straws and whatever else we can think of.
He says, well, I rather thought the whole point was bringing someone out.
Oh, I see. You're kind of in the know, huh? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're just talking in Elven right now. Nobody else can really understand what we're saying. I see. All right. Well, we'll trade you wagons then.
He says, right. Here is what we were able to pull together for the Shade's little mission. There's a pair of draft horses already hooked up to this wagon.
Okay.
There's some spare wagon wheels, extra harnesses for the horses. There's a couple of crates. He pops them open and shows you that they're full of brightly dyed linens.
Ah, we're linen traders. Okay.
There's a crate with fine silk cloth, a pair of smaller crates filled with tobacco.
All right.
Contraband. 4 barrels of ale that have a seal on them that they're from Greyhawk.
Okay, I'm not going to tell the dwarf we got ale.
2 small casks of elven wine. 4 tents, a couple of lanterns, 100 feet of rope. Good old plain old hemp rope. None of that fancy silk stuff.
Yeah.
There's enough rations for 2 weeks' travel for all of you, plus time to spare.
Okay.
There's a barrel of drinking water. There's a disguise kit.
All right.
There are clothes for each of you. There's a map displaying the journey, so you now have a physical copy of this map to share between you.
Is there an extra set of clothes for our 4th man?
Indeed there is.
Thank you.
And last but not least, the elf pulls out a bag and jingles it.
All right.
He says, "These are coins of all sorts of makes and vintages. You'll need them for bribes.
Okie doke.
As soon as you pick up your cargo, get him back here as quickly as possible and we'll smuggle you all across the border."
Okie dokie. Sounds like a plan to me. So I go back and tell them all the stuff we got. We're going to be like selling silks and merchants, and we're going to be silk merchants or linen merchants or clothing merchants. There's some wine, there's some beer, there's all kinds of things. And it's got a trick compartment in the bottom where we can hide somebody.
How nice.
So we'll use all that stuff. And
I'm going to step off the wagon really quick. I'm just going to sort of bustle on over to the fellow we just met.
Sure.
Say, what's your name, pal?
He says, "I'm not sure you could pronounce my real name, but in common it would be Bosong."
Oh, nice to meet you, Bosong. I am Thrak. Say, I have a question. Do you happen to know what the Shade's favorite rock is? What kind of stone? Like, what's her favorite? Do you know this?
Mick Jagger. No.
Fantastic.
Sapphire.
Oh, all right then. Don't worry, pal. We get your man out for you.
He starts to say something, and then his eyes go wide. He reaches back, and there's an arrow on his bow before you can... And he says, "Look out, patrol!"
All right. I turn around, and I am ready to go. I have axe.
There's nothing there.
Fantastic.
He says, "I just wanted to see how fast you could move." He puts the arrow back.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, buddy. You have a good one, too, okay? Don't fall into any pits or nothing. I get back on the wagon.
All right. After leaving Bosong's company, your long journey through the near-endless forest comes to a close later that afternoon as the trees begin to thin and then stop altogether, replaced instead by vast stretches that have been crudely cleared. Stumps of all sizes, large and small, dot the landscape for miles in every direction, most still covered in a thick blanket of snow. Off to the far distance to the south, you can see thin plumes of smoke coming from crude settlements, obviously Orcish. To the east, storm clouds hang heavy in the sky over your destination, still far away, but never has it been so close. Rising over a small hillock, not 200 yards away, is a band of figures pushing through the sleet and snow. They look like a patrol, and they appear to have spotted you.
all right.
fine.
So what the plan was you guys are in the cart, and I'm up front, and I'm going to cast a spell that makes me look like an orc.
Oh,
All right.
I look like an orc.
Okay.
And you guys are in the cart and they can't see you. And I'll just continue on as behavior dictates. You guys have to be quiet while you're back there.
I'm going as a sack of oats. What are you going as?
And I can speak Orc.
Excellent. Stopping 30 feet shy of your group is a patrol consisting of both orcs and men. While the orcs bear various symbols on their gear, both of the men bear only one symbol, that of the Old One, a screaming skull on a blood-red field. One of the men steps forward from the group. He wears a blood-red cloak and has a bone-white gauntlet on one hand. Who are you that dares to enter the empire of Use? This is no time of the year for merchants, and travelers are rarely welcome. He looks over your wagon with kind of a avaricious gaze.
Well, I shake the little. I have a prepared bag of bribery, and I shake the coins, and I say, "Well, my name is Gork, and we've got some really nice elven wine that we're supposed to bring over to Dorakka. There's some Bangor, the famous half-orc who slew 1,000 men in one day, and he's asked us to bring us this elven wine. But if y'all would like, I can get you one of this bag as a passage fee, and also I will hand you a crate of some really, really good dwarven beer that I've got in the back here. What do you think? You let us go by?"
He says,
Do I make
"What say you, boys?" They all, mimic having a mug in their hands, and he turns around and says, "Looks like you've made a deal."
Okay, so I'll go back there and I'll get the crate, one of the barrels of, and I'll put it up on the front, and then I'll climb down, and then I'll take it down, and then I'll walk over and where would you like me to put this?
He waves his white gauntlet, and a couple of his men come forward and just
Take it.
All
All right, and then I gave him the bag of it's full of five
random
gold,
coins and-
5 silver, 10 copper, and then I get back on and I start moving forward.
All right. He looks in the bag, kind of does a quick thing, but then he looks over his shoulder at the cask and's he's like, "Move on with you then, before some other patrol finds you and taxes your travel."
Well, we expected this kind of safety. You guys are doing a good job keeping things safe. So we'll continue on.
All right.
Was a shame. Orcs make my ears itch.
Smell. Smell is
Wait, I
the
gotta mark
worst.
that off my spell list for
You're trying to say
today.
something.
Change self.
Perhaps I'm just smelling you.
Well, I did eat a lot of garlic at the inn.
You
Okay.
always eat a lot of garlic.
Leaving the outskirts of the forest behind, you now travel steadily east, the land gently sloping down toward Lake Wystil. As the hours roll by and the afternoon leads to evening, the weather begins to worsen with a blowing wind from the north accompanied by heavy sleet. Little cover exists in this bleak land across from the occasional hillock and cluster of dead trees. Just as the day begins to make its way to night, your wagon gets caught in a patch of deep slop, the wheels refusing to move. Worse still, there's some noise on the wind, barely indistinguishable from the howl, and not too far away.
Crap.
Well, okay, I'm gonna take rope out of my pack. And
Okay.
I'm gonna surround the wagon with rope, with 100 feet of rope.
Okay.
All right. I think there's gonna be something coming here, you guys. Are you ready for a little bit of action?
I was born ready.
Indeed. I reach down and pick up my crossbow.
All right. So you reach down, get your crossbow out, make sure that you've got a bolt ready to rock and roll.
Of course.
I'm sitting. I'm up on the roof here.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be on the roof. And where's the dwarf going to be? Up in the front chair?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. Where do you want to be hiding in the back? So that's a fire.
Uh-oh.
Yes. That works fine.
I don't have any ranged weapons, so...
Well, let's just put you down here, kind of hiding in the back, hiding in the
Sure.
shadows underneath.
I like it.
And there's a rope all the way around the wagon.
All right.
I'm short enough to where I'll be able to get underneath the entire wagon and shoot from any direction.
Yep.
So I'll just go stand in the middle.
I know that neither of you pray, so I pray for you.
Okay, that means we get +1 to attack, right?
Well,
That
no,
was a
no, no.
very specific prayer.
Well, no,
Right.
no. I'm not
You don't have any
waiting.
preparatory
What?
spells?
I'm not spending that much on you right
pray.
now.
Just pray.
Remember,
just
we'll be able to remember spells. So
more
you
of
can
a-
use all your spells.
More
you
of a
want.
blessing.
All right.
So I cast bless on my friends, though they do not understand.
All right.
And what does this do for us out of character?
Bless gives you +1 to attack and +1 on saving throws.
Groovy.
Cool.
Dang.
And it lasts for a minute per level, so it'll last for the next 8 minutes.
All right, so you give us all a big blessing?
Yes. I have blessed you all. Or rather, Moradin has blessed you all.
Well, I don't know. We're in cursed
Indeed.
territory here.
Okay.
+1 attack, +1 saving throws.
Bless is you gain a morale of +1 on our attack and a +1 on saving throws against fear.
Against fear. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
literally my job.
All right.
Thank
so,
you too.
you.
Indeed.
What is your spot bonus?
Not enough. Total is +4.
Really?
Roll the spot.
That's
She's got a
better
good
than
spot check.
mine.
It's part of this.
I have a -1 wisdom and only 5 ranks are put into it.
Okay, so roll
Roll
your
spot.
spot.
I will.
You want to roll that? Okay.
Out, damn spot.
Wait. Same thing as last time. 9.
Okay.
This is not going well. It's muddy. Like you said, the cart got stuck, so I'm half covered in mud because I'm only 2 feet tall.
Is
Okay.
I'm a
is it
little
more like
distracted.
snow and mud.
It's yes.
You have this-
It's like a slurry of muddy snow. It's
So, somehow
got it.
I ended up in the
You have got this layer of liquid mud, and then you have this layer of thin ice.
thin ice,
and then you
right?
have this layer of snow
Okay.
on top.
Muddy snow because everybody's been traveling this
all right.
road.
You move the map.
I'm a little distracted by freezing.
I have walked in this weather
The,
before.
Grid.
You just walk.
They just
2
appear out of
feet
nowhere.
tall.
It's up to my hips.
They come running up real fast.
Exactly.
Do we roll
With-
initiative here? I'm ready.
We are about to, yes.
All right.
All right. So, differentiating this from the versions of D&D we played before, we will roll initiative once, and that will stand for the rest of the combat over and over and over again. So,
I miss individual initiative.
this is individual initiative.
Oh, thank goodness.
However, the monsters tend to go as groups because...
Sure, monsters.
Record keeping.
Okay. The wargs.
What am I rolling?
All right.
D20.
You roll a d20 and add the initiative bonus on your character sheet.
Your dexterity.
Oh,
All right. Does anybody have north of 20? 15 to 20.
18.
All right. What's your dex mod?
My dex modifier is +4.
All right. So the first person that will go in the round is Sorsha, followed by the wargs.
The person who can see the least.
All right. Now all I need to know is your Inish, because the other parties rolled a 1.
my dice has said a 13.
13?
5.
Okay. So on 13...
You don't have a plus to your initiative at all?
Moradin protects me,
Oh, goodness. Okay.
and my armor, and this shield, and, about 25 years of melee fighting experience.
You and all your 2,000 parts.
As I was forged.
Lever.
Okay.
Damn near killed.
So...
Lever.
So, the first thing that's going to happen is Sorsha,
Indeed.
you blew the spot check, but you reacted fast enough as the wolves basically threw stealth to the wind and came charging after the closest one to them, who, unfortunately, is your cleric.
Oh my gosh, there's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them, and they are wargs. They
Ah!
are much bigger than the average wolf, and they look hungry.
Oh,
You do notice that each of them is wearing a spiked collar.
Okay.
Oh, you look like somebody's pet. I can kill pets too.
God, my strength is shit. I have an idea. Didn't we have a barrel that had nothing but meat in it?
You have a barrel that has nothing but
Beer.
wine, and then there's dwarven beer.
Wine,
Why?
beer, tobacco,
Just attack.
cloth. I was hoping to spill meat and distract them so we could keep going.
No.
Alas.
Well, there are rations. You could throw rations.
Oh, there's not going to be
Don't
enough.
throw around. I'm gonna have to eat them.
Not for-
wargs then.
Not for 4 of them. Okay. Let's try and shoot it with the crossbow so I don't have to get close. It has... Don't know what all those numbers are. Alright, so under my crossbow, it has main and numbers. So
yes, that means it's in.
is that my
it's in
total
your
attack
main hand.
bonus?
Yes.
Wow, I never
And
get to
you a
play...
surprise attack.
I never get to play high-level characters. Alright.
10.
That is 22.
That hits their armor class,
My goodness.
and there's no mental math. Just 22 armor class.
Right? I'm not used to playing characters that are this high level either. I'm excited.
Just go, go, go.
Right?
All right, so you hit one of the wargs. Please roll damage.
Alright, it says damage is 1-8.
So 1d8.
Got it. D's would be nice. And there's no bonuses to that. Actually that was 23 because we get the +1 to attack. I rolled a 6.
Plus your dexterity bonus damage.
Yeah, it doesn't list that though, so
What's
I'm
your dexterity
guessing.
bonus?
Not
right
in
here.
third.
Oh.
That's in fifth.
Okay, 6 total.
6 total. All right. So, boom. All right.
Woot.
The big mean warg yelps like a puppy
Good. Scratched
And-
his paint.
and reacts quite poorly to having been shot.
I attempt to huddle behind a wheel and like be as inconspicuous as possible.
Okay. The wargs attack next.
I have hide as a skill.
All right. Each of the wargs has a single attack.
And it's dark and I'm wearing sunglasses.
Do I get any sort of attacks of opportunity? I read about those.
Not unless they attempt to move out
Past
of
you.
the zone you
Yeah.
threaten.
Oh, all right.
Alas.
What's your feats?
All right. AC 9.
Extra turning, focus, battle axe, martial battle axe.
Okay.
AC 9?
No.
No, your roll.
Right. AC 8 and AC 17. Any of those hit?
No.
No? Okay, excellent. All right, so the wargs are snapping at you. And let's see, that's on initiative 18. On initiative 13, it's your turn.
Thank God for low center of gravity.
Because you're looking him in the eye, right?
Oh, yes.
Pretty much.
Sort of pushing
That's
back.
terrifying.
I'm good at this. Let's see, 15 plus 9.
That's a
That's a
hit.
24.
Give me damage.
All right. The dice.
Don't forget to
here
add
it
your
is.
plus for your bless.
Oh, yes.
And your strength bonus, because this is a melee attack, so strength does apply.
Marvelous.
Nice.
So, with a plus 2, I will do 3 points of damage.
Ah.
All right, am I assuming you're going after the one that's already been shot?
Yes.
Okay.
Focus, fire.
Okay.
Defeat in detail.
Battletech. Woot.
Yes. All right. Next comes this individual. Following up on the wolves.
Uh-oh.
So,
In the weather, can we see him that far away?
he's got a speed of 30. You can see him when he gets here, and I'll call this half his move. 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's coming towards you. He points a finger at you.
How does he even see me?
Well, you were
My goodness.
concealed with 2/3 cover.
Not enough. My goodness.
You took a shot at one of his wolves, then you hid.
Right? He wasn't anywhere in sight. 90 yards away.
All right, fine. You're cleric then. So he'll point a finger at you.
Now that's all right. I wish you would.
All right.
How many hit points do you have?
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does this pale manling do or fail to do?
You take 2 big points of damage from his spell.
No! Oh, you have hurt my feelings and nothing else.
He has a
All
word
right,
and magic.
you're
user.
next.
Well, I'm gonna cast a wall of fire right here. Digga 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 digga.
Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. Nice
All
of
right,
you.
what is the damage for contacting the fire?
So I got 3 of them. The damage is 2d6 plus 8.
All right.
They may all make a saving throw. Hold on.
Okay.
Wall of fire. Wall of fire. An immobile blazing curtain of shimmering violet fire springs into existence. One side of the wall, selected by you, sends forth waves of heat, dealing 2d4 points of damage to creatures within 10 feet and 1d4 points of damage to those past 10 feet but within 20 feet. So I get all of them. The wall deals this damage when it appears in each round that a creature enters or remains in the area. In addition, the wall deals 2d6 points of fire damage plus 1 point of fire damage per cast level in creatures passing through it. So I got 3, but I think that they roll a dex save. Let me see. Saving throw, see text. If you evoke the wall so that it appears where creatures are, each creature takes damage as if passing through the wall. Each creature can avoid the wall by making a successful reflex save. All right, so I'm going to roll some damage here.
Okay, fail. Wait, that's a D10. But I'll still call those both fails. And fail.
Okay.
So all 3 of them just ate your damage.
All right, so they get 2d6. There's 4 plus 2. That's 6. 14 hit points of damage each.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
I love the smell of roast dog.
And
I mean,
more.
So
bad
it's
dog.
Dinner.
Not good dog.
It's 20 feet long per caster level.
Good dog.
And each of those is 5.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
It's 10 feet per caster level or 20?
It says 20 feet long per caster level.
So you
Then
can
it's
make it
twice as
even
long.
longer.
Right,
Holy
well,
Moradin.
that's just, let's say you just add a little more to the either end.
You got it.
Add,
And what's the duration on it?
The duration is concentration plus 1 round per level.
Oh,
So it's going to be 8 rounds. All right.
Got it.
Now the other thing is it's 20 feet high.
Nice.
So he can't see me behind that wall of fire.
Nope.
Right.
Hey, Flower Eater. You know you're all right. I don't care what every other dwarf on Earth says about you.
Okay. There's one that wasn't in the fire that he would only get 2d4 points of damage. That second one,
Okay.
He
So
only
2d4
gets
to that back one?
Nice.
Yeah, he gets 5 hit points of damage.
Got it.
That's awesome.
He doesn't get a save.
Okay.
No, he's saving himself for me.
And it doesn't have the +8 to
No,
it?
no,
Okay.
it does not.
All right. So,
Cool.
after you do that impressive shizznizzle, these guys show up back here and are not inclined to charge.
I have done a shiznizzle.
I am putting them on the crosses of the squares because they are large creatures and take up multiple spaces.
Okay.
All right, so they arrive behind this guy. However, they're not about to try to cross that flaming wall, so they just move up. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. They move up and they like squint their eyes at the flaming wall and make some cursing noises.
Right.
I would like to take this time to climb up the back of the wagon onto the roof as well. If it looks anything like the wagon that we have out there, I would like to
I don't think we'd see those guys.
find something to hide behind. And as soon as we start to see anyone, I would like to start shooting them. I have 80-foot range on my light crossbow,
Okay.
which is pretty long. for a light crossbow. More than I thought I'd have.
I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's nothing.
All right, so Sorsha acts first. All you can really see are the wargs that are caught in the front edge of the flaming wall.
Great. If they haven't moved yet, I will, like I said, I want to use
you
my
get-
move action to get on top and then
Okay.
shoot things that I can see that are not my own people.
All right, you can see these three.
Fantastic. Whoever looks more hurt. I
There
guess
is one
whoever-
that definitely looks worse off than the others.
Let's take him out, shall we?
Go for it.
Ooh, that's a 19 on the die plus 12.
All right, so something to remember in this version, is it a light crossbow?
Mm-hmm.
Please roll again.
Oh, yeah.
You've done a critical.
Yeah.
You may have crit.
Nice.
That's a natural 20.
That
Backing it up.
is a critical, so you're going to do double damage.
Okay.
You accidented in the best way.
Fantastic. Too bad it's the one that was already hurt. And, so at least
And you're also carrying a dagger, yes?
I am.
Your dagger also threatens a critical on a 19
19
or
to
20.
20. Okay, fantastic. That is a 5 on the die, so...
Double it to 10.
Yeah,
All right.
it works.
So, the warg's head
Woot.
snaps up at you, like almost as if it knows something's coming, and you manage to put the bolt right between the eyes.
Woohoo!
Now, it's getting barbecued.
Dead puppies.
Dinner.
Dead puppies.
Dog hair.
Dog
Dead
hair.
I mean, I can clean the outside
Smells
off.
like barbecued
Aren't
dog
much
hair.
fun. Aren't much fun.
All right. So, on 18, the wargs act. This warg jumps back 5, 10, 15. These two move forward to get out of the flames.
Of course.
That's a 5-foot step. You're going to get an opportunity attack on this one. Go ahead and swing.
All right.
Yay!
Here comes my axe. An 8 plus a 9 is
Hits.
Hits. Yes.
Roll
Great.
damage.
All right. Here's the damage. My dice says 9 points of damage.
All right. You hit the warg hard enough to send it rolling into the snow, from which it scrambles up onto its feet
Right.
and moves right back over here. It can't make an attack this round because it's just trying to get away.
Oh, all right.
All right. However, the warg that took the 5-foot step is attacking. And 20.
All right. Yeah, it hits.
All right. Not natural, but a 20.
Right.
All right. So it hits you for 9 points of damage.
Ouch. You'll pay for that.
All right. Next is you. Make him pay.
All right. You think that was good, huh? My dice says a 60. Oh, yes, I hit.
Hit.
I do.
It's a COD.
My axe does. I do a whopping 10 points of damage.
Holy crap.
It is the best I can do, barring outside circumstances.
All right. So that warg has a huge bleeding gash in its shoulder. It doesn't look long for this world either, but it is still upset and still, like, looking to bite you again.
Oh, yes.
That brings us down to this guy, who walks up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and attempts to cast a Dispel Magic. Unfortunately, he's going to have to roll really high. So, his target number is 11 plus the level of the caster, which is 8. He needs a 19. He gets to roll a d20 and add his own caster level, meaning
Okay.
he's got to show an 11 or better on the die to dispel that wall.
Okay. 2.
I can't even see what
No.
that is.
It's double
19.
digits.
Okay. So the wall goes down, but that's his action this round.
Flame.
All right, that's his action. That brings us to you.
Yay!
I'll cast invisibility on myself and climb down from the top of the
All
wall.
right.
Climb down over here.
You have cloaked. And next,
So we can see all them now.
yes, you can.
Before we
They
didn't know
are-
they were there.
They appear to be ogres,
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
they hit hard.
the Mark III kind. I'm just kidding. All right, so
Is sleep a thing you can
the
do?
ogres move in.
Can't sleep ogres.
5,
Eight.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can sleep one ogre.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Makes you
25,
sick.
30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, these ogres are like rushing forward with their weapons over their heads, howling. That is bottom of the round. Back to the top of the round. Sorsha.
Caster.
Oh, because if you wound them,
19 on the die, so
that's a possible
31.
critical. Try again.
It's a 14 plus
Yes,
12.
that's a crit. So double damage, please.
Okay. Be good. Ha ha! That's an 8. 16 points of damage to the caster.
All right.
Fuck off.
Ouch.
That was a good hit. You should keep doing that.
I'm hoping that if we can take out the caster, perhaps everyone else will.
How much damage, I'm sorry?
16.
16.
Have to make a.
Ow, quit it. All right, he is. Ow.
Stick
he
around
is,
through.
He is very owie right now.
Yeah. Good. Well, he should be. And then I would like to duck back behind anything on the roof or lay myself flat. Whatever it takes to not
All right,
be a
I'll give you half cover.
target. Thanks.
All right, that brings us to the wargs. All right.
I exist. I'm already half covered.
This one's attacking. This one's attacking. This one charges 5, 10, 15, because you're supposed to count every 2 diagonals as an extra square. 20, 25, 30. All right, they are trying to gang up on the dwarf.
Yes.
These two are kind of on death's door. They're still up. They're still fighting because basically they know they can't get away.
Right.
This one is a little singed, but otherwise fresh.
Okay.
All right. So the wargs are coming after the dwarf.
Come after me.
A 19,
Oh.
a 17, and a 21.
A 19 and a 21 hit.
All right.
I
10
welcome my
damage
glorious
and
death.
10 more damage.
Yes.
I think
Ow.
glorious death is soon arriving.
Nah, he ain't gonna die.
Oh god,
You're
oh god,
rolling
we're all
off
gonna
it.
die.
They don't die. They multiply. All right. That brings us to that guy. All right. He obviously does not like being shot with a crossbow. It is simply not one of his hobbies.
It's not my fault.
No personal compelling interest for him. He would not do this for fun.
All right.
Maybe
So-
for pay.
He pulls a wand out of the sleeve of his cloak, and in so doing, his hood falls backwards.
Mm-hmm.
You see that he has a pair of horns growing out the front of his head and deep purple skin.
Well, that's something.
All right. I need you.
Whoa, ugly. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What is the
Partial cover.
20-foot radius spread?
Ha!
All right. So
Not close enough.
I need you to make a reflex save, but you get a bonus for your cover.
Okay.
Where the hell is the cover bonus?
What's he casting? He's fireball? Web? Okay.
It's got a heck of a range on it.
It does. It is a wand of web.
Okay.
Ah, there it is. Cover and concealment table. All right, you have half cover. Your reflex bonus save is +2. So
Okay.
roll a reflex save and add 2. That's probably your best save.
Okay.
yeah, you'll
Yeah. Yep.
And you need to roll a reflex save, as do the wargs. Fail. Pass.
Fantastic.
Fail.
29 total.
Yeah, he doesn't get you. So from here, all of these figures are caught, so you'll have to make a reflex save too.
I roll a 17 total.
You made it.
Marvelous. Moradin has shielded me that I may slay and slay.
'Cause you're about 10 or 15 feet. He can't see you, but you're still inside the web zone. I would say, though, the wagon probably gives you a cover bonus.
Oh, yeah.
So reflex save +2 bonus.
For me?
Yes. Because you're within 20 from her, and she's the center of the spell.
That would be. I made it.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, then.
Just barely.
So,
I got 7.
the web basically only got the wards?
The wards. Yeah.
Yay!
So good.
Smart guy.
Yay!
Okay.
Thank
So-
you.
He attempted to use it anyway. All right.
We have the nicest potential captors.
Indeed.
Oh, he could get really pissed off. Okay. So that didn't work. That brings us in the initiative parade.
To me,
To you.
one other wall of fire.
Oh no!
We'll do wall of fire.
Since all the webs connected, won't it set the web on fire, which will also deal them fire damage even if they're not in the line?
Right
You know,
here.
it's worth looking up.
Oh boy. And then off yonder.
Yeah.
All right.
Say, buddy, you're not going to catch me on fire, are you?
Nope, I just barely missed you.
So
I
nice.
got the hot side on this side.
So nice. Thank
All
you
right.
for your
And
consideration.
these two can't make
That's
saves because they're
directional.
webbed.
Right.
So they're going to just eat the damage.
All right, so they get 13 hit points of damage each.
This one's dead. This one's horribly wounded.
Then the mage.
And then the mage is
No.
this guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So these two guys each take how many? 13?
Yeah.
Oh crap. They're both looking kind of rough.
All right. Then I'll move around back here.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, that was you. It is their move. All right. This one 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess I'll stop there. These guys want to get the hell out of the flames. Let's see.
It's really long. I mean, I'm
All right, I realize that.
But they can cross over it because it's only hot one side, right?
Well, if they cross over, they're going to have to roll a saving throw to see if they get damage.
Right.
Mm.
Which square was it in? The squares they're standing in or the squares next to them?
The squares that they're standing in.
Okay, cool. So they can move out of it.
Yeah.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Still not close enough to hit the dwarf. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It is effective in making them go the hell around. Wait, he can't stand that close. He's a large figure. Okay. So, let's see. Those two ogres get frustrated and decide to try to throw their long spears, but they're really not good at it. So, first one on the dwarf, a 2.
Oh no!
Second one
Wow.
is a 7. Both are going to miss. Not a fumble. Okay.
I swat them away with contemptuous swings of my shield.
Yeah. All right. That is the ogres. That brings us back up to Sorsha.
Fantastic. Still going for the mage.
Okay.
That is a 17 on the die plus 13. 30?
That hits. Roll damage.
No. 29. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Oh, that's a miss. It's a
Right.
clean miss.
Right.
How could you? So
Regular
disappointed.
damage. That's a 5.
5 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Now
right.
remember, if he's concentrating on spells,
That's a hard knife
but he
stab
used
to the
a-
hilt.
He used a wand, so.
Huh?
That's a hard knife stab all the way to the hilt.
You know, for a crossbow, not bad.
Yeah. He would have had to make a concentration check or lose whatever spell.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Okay. So,
Ah, when did I get into large muscle group piercings?
that was Sorsha. That
Indeed.
brings us to the wargs.
Well, they
Well,
mean
that warg's got to make a
warg.
saving throw or
Warg.
move out of the fire.
Just one.
Oh, boy. That is true. Because he's stuck in the web.
Oh no.
And he's still stuck in the web.
All right, so he gets another
Terrible.
13 hit points of damage.
That puts him down.
Shiny.
The worst. How could you be so cruel to these animals?
All right. All 4 of the wargs are now down thanks to the wall of fire. The web, however, is flammable. And you guys are going to probably want to put that out before it consumes your wagon and your trade goods. Where was that?
I fell
that
down
was,
into a
well, there
burning
is
wall
that
of
too.
fire.
That was on the wargs. Cleric.
Well, the wagon's stuck.
That's true.
And the
Yeah, until we kill these guys, we're not going anywhere.
yeah, I
You
don't
say-
think it would catch the wagon on fire too fast because
You
the
say-
web burn away.
You say the cleric is still. I mean, you say the wizard is still alive.
Uh-huh.
Indeed he is.
I look at him and I say, "You, cool it now." And then I make him. Then the power of Moradin flows through me and the bless. And anyway, he's held. We'll see if he's held. What is his roll?
18 plus 6, 24.
Never mind. It was a good
Tried.
idea. It was a good
It's
idea.
fine. Hold person is fine. All right. That brings us to him.
You want to make a step? Get out
Yeah,
of
do you
the
want to...
maneuver?
Wait.
Back-
Oh yes,
back
I
up.
can. Can't I?
Yeah, you can
I'm gonna
5-foot step.
5-foot step back towards the wagon.
All right, so you got some cover there.
There we go.
Something.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not chicken, but I am prudent.
So
Okay.
now they can only get
Just
two
poultry.
at you at once. See, they're gonna have to run around the wagon, and then
only-
I'm gonna be there.
If only we had a single 10-foot doorway,
Okay.
then you would see real lumberjacking.
But I'm okay.
Sleep all
Oh,
night, work all day.
you're talking about the dog watch in the
Okay,
mines.
what is his concentration?
Does
Plus 11.
does that make my invisibility go away if I
If
cast
you
wall of
attack.
fire?
Oh.
Let me read up on that.
It's not technically a direct
I
attack.
think it does actually.
I think it probably would.
Let me read up on it.
All right, so in the meantime, he's going to make his concentration cat 21. He made it so that he can cast. Except he'd be hitting his own guys if he did that.
Woohoo!
So instead,
They're evil. Do they care?
Take them all out. Hey, you guys.
I mean, if they're all buddies, they must be friends. And if that's the case, how bad could they be?
Like, what's a little burning between friends?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Magic actions.
all right. So he raises his hands.
Oh, anyway, I'm behind the card. So.
Yes.
And his BO knocks all of his horrible companions out.
Hey, buddy, I'm going to cut your hands off and shove them where the moon don't shine. When we're done.
Intimidation?
No, I'm just talking crap at him. It's
Great.
it's part of the tenets of my faith.
Make him more angry.
You're probably only down about what 10% of your hit points.
Oh no! I'm down closer to 40%.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a lot of heal spells though, don't you?
The ones you haven't used yet.
Holy crap! There's no
I'm
save
saving
for that?
them for the right person.
For the
All right.
opportune moment.
So he picks this point as the center of a 20-foot radius cylinder, 40 feet high,
Oh no.
and throws Ice Storm.
Okay, I hold on.
So he's going to hit, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to hit his own orc. Or whatever this guy is. Ogre. He's going to hit the ogre, he's going to hit the dwarf, and that's 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, he's gonna
But the
hit all of
mage-
us.
Oh, there's no save, so
Well,
I can't give you a cover bonus.
I'm really kind of underneath this. Do I get half cover? You can give me a cover bonus, can't you? Maybe you save. No? All right.
I plastered myself to the top.
I think maybe half damage.
Yeah.
Like an auto save.
Well, I continue to hold on to the roof, like I was before.
That's a good argument, being under the thing.
I just
However,
sort of,
you're exposed on the roof.
Yeah, I'm just laying there on the roof holding on.
I kind of put a stupid face.
Oh, actually, there it is right there in the spell. The damage is 3d6 impact plus 2d6 cold. So you'll take the cold damage, but not the impact damage.
Okie dokie.
So the cold damage is 4 points.
Like, it just happens. There's nothing we can do about it.
No save.
Okay.
And the total spell damage is 16.
All right.
This is what you guys were doing to those fire giants the other day.
Oh yeah, just hammering them with with the ice storm.
Except the difference is this guy doesn't have a wand. He just has it memorized.
Yeah. All right, is it my turn now?
That brings us to where did the initiative go? Yes!
Fireball.
Yes, you.
Right there.
That'll do it. What's the
All
radius?
these
20
guys.
feet?
Yeah, I think it's 20
5,
feet.
10, 15, 20. It gets everybody.
All right.
Yay!
All right.
Kill them all.
2, 3,
Holy
it's 13,
crap.
4, 19, 25, 29, 35. I'm rolling really well. 37, and one more roll. 39 hit points of damage.
Okay. So,
They get reflex saves.
dead,
They get reflex
dead.
saves. All right.
Well, even if they fail the save.
All right.
Or, I mean, even if they make the save, those 3 figures are gone.
All right.
These 2 might live if they make the save. What's your save? It should be
Difficulty?
right there. Oh, on the spell sheet.
All right. Does spell penetration help?
Yes, it should be calculated in on your spell sheet.
And it's under.
It's
Next page.
The page you just covered.
Difficulty?
No, the next one.
One more.
Next one. Right there along that thing. What level? It's a 3rd level spell.
Level
so 16.
So that's probably already added. So 16 difficulty.
All right, 17. That one made the save. 13. That one failed the save. So, what was the total damage? 39.
Yeah, I rolled like
In a
5
row.
6s. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was ridiculous.
19
Yeah.
damage.
Well
There were
done.
like 2 2s, a 5, and the rest were 6s.
6, 6, 6,
So
4,
another
2,
dead one.
6, 6. Woo!
That one lived.
Spellcaster down.
But he is not in good shape.
Toasty.
Does he have to roll for run away?
Yes, and in fact,
Fantastic.
he is going to run.
No, he's not going to run away because I'm going to nail him with a magic missile and
I
drop
was
him.
going to say, I would like to.
Yeah, we're going to take
Have
some
a
missile
chance.
action on him.
All right, so the ogre
Looks around.
looks around,
Aye!
and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. So
Literally.
he's like, "Oh, that's your friend." 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he
Yeah.
takes a double move.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. He's like, "Ah!"
I think my magic missile probably goes across the street into the other neighborhood.
It's
It's
least,
got a huge
yeah.
range, 120 plus 5 feet per level or something like that.
I have 80 range.
Oh, yeah, you got serious range too.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
see from here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
Yeah.
75, 80. Just because he's all 4 of those squares. So he's all 4 of these, so he's just in 80.
Okay. I rolled an 8. But I have plus 12.
20.
20.
Yeah, I'm sure you
His armor class is not 20.
Jewels in the
Okay.
mountain, people.
That is a 4.
4 damage. Oh, God. And now he's hobbling.
All right, then
my
the magic
gosh.
missile hits him.
He's yelling for Groomsh to, end his life because he's in pain.
Wait.
Oh. Oh. The other rolls outside were better.
That's 17 hit points damage.
So acting in accordance with the will of Groomsh. All right. He's gone. So he eats 3 magic missiles and a crossbow bolt in his back as he's running through the snow. An eerie.
Our death and destruction.
Well, I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna grab
is
that their wand that he's got.
Ah,
And you can't see
yeah.
the other
There's no
side.
witnesses, but we left a big damn mess.
There was a lot of that.
Big damn heroes.
All right. So
Of course, we
And
dried up
readjust.
the ground a little bit. Maybe we can get our wagon out of the. Well, we got to make sure the wagon doesn't burn too much.
I would, can I drag some of the works out in front of whatever the stuck wheel is to use them as wood and attempt to have the
That's not a
horses
bad
pull them
idea.
all right.
over?
Well, first things first. I heard there was some looting going on.
Yes, we're
Yes.
leaving these in there about it. So I got
Okay.
a wand.
Okay. So checking over the wizard.
Wizard.
Guy's obviously a tiefling. Rather disturbing looking. A little bit demonic.
Very angry.
So, he had a pair of potions in a belt pouch. He was wearing fur pajamas. No, he was wearing a ring
Oh, he has a ring, huh?
There were 2 scrolls in scroll cases hanging from the right of his belt. He has that wand. It's actually in the snow right now.
Yeah.
And he has a whip and a key ring. The whip looks like it is of exquisite workmanship. The leather work and the braiding is just incredible.
It's a magic whip, I'm saying.
The keyring can be useful.
Anybody got ability to use a whip? I bet you that nobody here does.
The last time I tried to use a whip, I popped myself in the nose.
Yeah.
It was no
At
fun.
2 feet 11 inches, I'm pretty sure if I try to use a whip, I do more harm to myself than others.
Well, I don't got no ability with the whip. Maybe we can sell it. But anyway, I by the way, I do have Identify memorized.
Indeed.
And I am an alchemist, so I can roll to see what them potions are.
Huh. The whip counts as an exotic weapon. So, yeah.
No, I don't have Identify memorized. Never mind.
On the wizard's body and that of ogre trolls, whatever we decided to call them, does anybody have screaming skull face plastered on any of their stuff?
Indeed, the dead tiefling did.
I'm starting to hate this old one more and more.
Let's leave that stuff here. I got a 25 on my lowest roll for the potions.
Okay. Attempting to identify the potions, they are both cure moderate wounds.
All right, I give them both to the cleric.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Drink them down, buddy.
All right.
Please.
So
Gurgle, gurgle,
And
gurgle.
heal
I
yourself a
pop
little more too.
both corks at the same time and guzzle them both.
Chug-a-lug.
You're double fisting it, eh?
I am a two-fisted potion drinker when I am critically wounded.
There was 2 scrolls, eh?
Indeed, there were.
Here's one in your eye.
All right, cure moderate wounds is 2d8 damage, so do that twice. All right, and the scrolls. Written upon the scrolls are identical spells. Each one of them is a scroll of hold person.
Okay.
Neat.
All right.
That's useful.
All right. And then I'll have to save I know what the wand does, but I'll have to figure out what the wand and the ring are later. But we're on our way.
All right, time to continue moving.
I'm going to
So
cast.
Okay, he's still casting. We're still in.
Well, no. I can do this.
Okay,
yeah,
so
on the
tell
road.
me what you're doing.
I'm casting cure moderate wounds from my prayer list.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
You need it. I'm at 26 of 42.
Oh, then I'm gonna get you next.
Sure, serious wounds.
Thank you.
That's 9 more points.
Green Sorcia needs healing badly.
All right. That is.
Okay.
Heal me now.
Yeah. Okay, I cast Cure Moderate Wounds 2 more times on you, which should wipe me out for that. Hold on.
We should probably get the hell out of here and then find someplace safe to rest.
Here's the first for you. That is 12 points. This is the second one for you. That is 18, 19, 20, 21 points. I have healed you. No, sorry, my Lord Moradin has healed you. I was just a messenger.
Okay. Full. Got it. That's all I needed. Thank you for playing. Goodbye.
All right. So, you are finally able to free the wagon.
Freedom! Can I really use the works to help wedge us out? I really want to.
Absolutely.
Fantastic! I'm excited.
You could also have used bull strength. I can
Or-
be strong when I need it.
Or, this works too.
All right.
They're serving a purpose. Isn't that what your god is all about? Serving a purpose?
Well, mostly he's about wresting the treasures of the earth from stony tombs.
Oh.
Mostly not by stealing, by mining.
Mining.
Yes.
Understood.
The jewel beneath the mountain is one of
So
his
he's,
many
he's,
names.
he's kind of a tomb raider.
Understood.
More of a minecrafter.
Ah, okay.
All right.
All right, moving
Baseball.
along.
Now, while we're moving along inside the, I'm going to identify these 2 things.
Ah,
I'm going to memorize identify twice.
okay.
And if something happens, I'm ready to cast change self on the halfling who's now going to be driving and sitting out the front of the.
Okay.
So she might have to do some fast talking.
All right. So the identify.
Yes.
You find that the ring is a ring of protection +1.
Woo.
+1 to AC and all saving throws.
Shiny.
Super handy.
Yeah.
And you also find.
Well, the wand, all that just gives me the command word and the ability to use it.
It's a wand of web. It's got 9 charges left.
9 charges, okay. I'll keep the wand. Who wants the +1 ring of protection? Sounds like something.
You're a wizard, aren't you, Squishy?
I'm pretty squishy, but I'm going to be hiding and cowering and invisible, and I'm going to be, believe me, I can handle it.
Okay.
All right.
So one of you gets
You
+1
should take
ring of
it.
protection. I think so. He's got a.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Now I could use some healing. Don't we heal up some overnight?
Yes. In 5th edition, or as you were in 3rd edition,
Correction.
you
I am a meat
heal a number
popsicle.
of hit points of each night's rest equal to your level.
Okay.
So if you're 8th level, 8 hit points back.
All right. So I'm all fully healed, and I've cast my spells for this day for identify. All right. Now we're riding along.
All right.
Yep.
Becoming clear through the driving sleet and howling wind is a large pit just 20 feet from the path. It appears to be covered by a large metal grate of some sort that is belching forth a thick black smoke. There appears to be no way into this pit. Not 15 feet beyond is a small hillock made entirely of stone blocks. Set into the near side is a stone door. Light emanates from a square on window set into the door.
I don't understand. Are we somewhere where we should be?
Maybe a place
This
to
is just
stop
where-
for the night.
It's along the road.
It's along the road, eh?
We need a place to stop and rest and regain hit points and
I thought we did all that. I think it's the next day, and we're on
Yeah,
our way.
this would have been
Oh,
the
okay.
next morning,
My bad.
continuing on the road towards Dorakka.
All right.
Ooh, hey.
Well, I haven't then cast the other
Just
identify
heal yourself
spell.
all the way
Okay.
back up. Because
So I
I would have
don't know
dumped
what the
them all
wand is.
before.
Oh, that was plenty.
Okay.
Or I don't know how to use
Oh.
a wand. All
More
right.
than
So, well,
Thanks.
why don't you go check it out?
I'll go check it out. I'm
I'll cast
sneaky.
change self on her so she looks like an orc. Wait, that's only personal.
That seems like a terrible idea. I
it wasn't working.
have
on you.
move silently and hide
All right, you go.
And-
I'll get up on the front board,
and
and I'll be
sneaky
ready
ninja.
to cast a spell if she needs.
That's a shame. I looked forward to seeing you as a tiny, adorable orc.
Right? I would look like an orc baby. It'd be hysterical.
I ain't terrified. Look at me. Ah. Ah.
But I do cast invisibility on you.
Ooh,
Oh!
that's beautiful.
How far away is this doorway?
Engage Halfling Cloak.
Even with invisibility, I would like to roll move silently
Oh yeah.
to attempt to make this extra
Oh.
sneaky ninja.
Oh, suddenly.
Might I?
Yes.
Cool.
Sneaky ninja.
Plus 11 is a 20 unnatural.
A 20 unnatural. Okay.
Just like what?
All right.
All right. You sneak up.
Dun,
So-
dun, 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 dun.
The door is locked.
Do I smell like wood fire or anything?
You do smell wood fire and
Okay.
various other things.
Can
I don't know. need to be
I
taking
listen
a
at the
look
door?
at the actual pit where the smoke is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're trying to listen at the door? Roll your listen.
Now I'm gonna whisper out to her. I can magically open that door.
10
Probably could.
total.
Don't hear much.
Okay.
There's a smoking pit. There's got to be something burning. You want to go take a look in the pit?
Can I do it quietly?
I can. Well,
There
you can do
is
it
there a
invisible.
window?
Yes, looking down. Oh,
Alright.
there is a window. It's a little taller than you are.
Is it a window that is facing the pit? Like
Yes,
if
it
somebody
is
looks out
facing
of it and somebody goes to check on the pit, they'd be able to see them.
Remember, you're invisible though, so if you.
That's true. Can I try to look through? I have +2 to climb checks.
+2?
That's what it says. +2 to climb checks.
Oh, what's your climb bonus? Your total climb
My
bonus.
total climb bonus is 10.
Never mind rolling.
Okay.
So, you're able to scramble up quite nicely and look inside.
You take 10 with everything you do.
Excellent.
Inside,
Inside,
you see
I see
a pair
a pair.
of orcs, not ogres. but good old orcs. Very similar to the random clans of orcs that you guys ran into with that first patrol.
Okay.
They are seated at a table, eating some almost indescribable meat. The haunch of something they hunted and killed.
Somebody's hand.
Are they
Maybe.
wearing any
Maybe.
kind of gear or gear like on hooks or invisible range that have Screaming Skull on them?
You do not see that on their persons,
Sure.
but someone has carved that into the opposite wall.
Yeah, I don't even want to mess with these guys. I just want to keep going. I think that, like, there's no point in killing these guys. We can always kill them on the way back.
Right.
Okay.
So I will come back to the wagon and describe what I saw, and there's some of the Screaming Skull-faced people, but in the grand scheme of things, we're on a time crunch. We can kill them on the way back.
How do we go around this?
I mean,
Oh,
there's a
you-
road, right? We just should be able to keep going down the road. If they approach us, we can always kill them, but
Right.
so
Okay.
far they haven't seemed to notice this.
All right.
I wonder if they'll notice that their patrol is gone.
I mean, they don't seem too concerned. They're having dinner.
Okay, very well.
So it doesn't look like they're expecting them back. Yet.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to ending the lives of these evildoers.
There's only 2 in there, but in the grand scheme of things, we're on a schedule.
Okay.